Hello and welcome to Experience Share, a Pokemon podcast starring me, Tan Goose, aka Tanner Greenring, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host Vigorosh, aka Josh Fjellstead.
Hello.
And Joshua Bugcatchers. Two guests this week.
Oh.
From the Pokésports podcast, Mike Yena.
That's a good one.
aka Mike Bousset, and Blazakev.
Oh, beautiful.
A.K.a. Kevin Sidonio.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome.
Welcome to the show.
The most guests we've ever had.
A new record. Can only be beaten out by a small school classroom joining you.
Maybe someday. You guys host Pokésports. It's sort of the spiritual other to our show. Rather than playing the Pokemon games, you guys don't play Pokemon.
We exclusively do not. Yeah.
But instead, just battle Pokemon.
Yes.
Our assumption is that everybody has already done that.
Not everybody. This is my first time through all these games.
Well, there you go.
We appeared on Pokésports a few weeks ago and talked about Gen 1 and Gen 2 and what we were excited about in Gen 3, which we're now in.
Mm-hmm.
And they work well together because we're kind of like casually playing the games. And then if you want to turn up the heat and check out the competitive scene, then Pokésports has you for that.
It is very spicy over there, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, let me see if I got this right. Mike and Kevin. Mike, you play with one Pokemon on the field.
Oh, that's correct, yeah.
And Kevin, you play with two Pokemon on the field.
Yes. You just got introduced to doubles battle, didn't you?
Yeah, for the first time.
That's like the official format, too. So, like, most competitive and tournament-based games are all doubles battles.
So these are people playing on Pokemon Showdown or, like, over the internet on Sword and Shield?
Or live events. Yeah.
A lot of the people playing on Pokemon Showdown, that's more my crowd. The people who are playing singles.
Okay.
Interesting.
What
is the reason for that? Is there anything?
One, just that it's a lot more fast-paced. I'm sure you've noticed that when you play on Showdown, the moves are almost immediate. You can make your decision in 3 seconds and have it executed in that amount of time. Versus in the game, you're waiting for connection and you're waiting for animations to finish. So it's a whole thing. There's actually a lot of debate right now in the current day games that the timers are in fact too short. You will be automatically timed out if your game takes too long.
Huh.
Wow.
It's like a 20-minute limit you said yesterday?
That's right.
Let me ask you a question. If Josh and I were to team up like a twins scenario where Josh is Danny DeVito and I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger and
classic.
Dress the same and go to Pokemon tournaments together and battle together, is that viable? Is there like a doubles?
Is that allowed?
In the sense of like two trainers, each with one Pokemon?
I wish.
You're talking about tandem Pokemon, no?
Well, that's called a multi-battle.
Yeah, you could have multi-battles in-game.
That should be a new format. Don't you think?
Yeah, that sounds saucy.
That's called a multi-battle. So you go in with a friend and another person goes in with a friend.
And there's 4 Pokemon on the field.
Exactly, yes.
I would love that. Josh, that would be a dream come true for me.
Oh, interesting. We'll try that out.
Last week, we played through the third leg of our journey. We got to the Mauville City Gym, and we beat Watson.
Lights out.
And got the whatever badge he gave us.
It's the Dynamo badge.
Mm-hmm. This week, we are continuing our journey through the Hoenn region. It was quite a journey this week.
Wow, yeah.
This leg of the game is pretty hefty. It just kept going. I was very surprised to see that it kept going.
Every turn that I thought it was over, I get to a new town. I'm like, the gym's here. This is it. And then it's just like a bunch of like old people like wandering around in the dirt and in the dust and like dead crops and like ash falling from
just
the sky.
Ash. It's like Silent Hill.
And no gym as far as the eye can see, which ain't far because it's just blanketed in ash and chaos everywhere.
You're getting ahead of yourself, Joshua.
Yeah.
We start in Mauville. We head west towards Verdanturf town, which is where Wally is from, our old friend and I guess the closest thing we have to a nemesis in this game, since they didn't let us have a rival, right?
Yeah, he seems like the best option we got, and the options aren't great.
Brendan and May are fine, but like Wally is the one I like. Every time I cross paths with him, I'm just like, oh God, fuck this guy.
Wally's kind of that kid that follows you around and just tries to be a rival.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you just kind of keep shooing him away. You're like, okay, I'm done with you now.
He needs to bring a little more talent than one Ralts.
Right, still a Ralts.
Yeah.
I've got a Gardevoir now, Wally.
It's like the guy following you around on the playground who's like, I like Pokemon too. And then they just like, no talent at all, like don't understand, but are just trying to like hang out on the edge of the circle.
And I feel like even though our protagonist is silent, I still get the feeling that he's kind of shoving away Wally. Doesn't really care much for him, just by what Wally's saying, really.
It kind of feels like every character in this game I've encountered so far is shoving away Wally a little bit.
Yeah.
Like his dad's trying to get him out of the house.
Right. Yeah. So we find out, like, so after we crushed him again outside the Mauville City gym last week, he got shipped off to Verdanturf because it has clean air. So I think this is his uncle, right?
Oh, he's like sickly.
You know, he's fighting off tuberculosis or something, and he needs the mountain air, something like that.
Yeah, it seems to be that he's battling like bronchitis or asthma or something like that.
Oh, now it makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
You can't even breathe right. They expect him to play a Pokemon battle.
Yeah, right. He's gonna drop into an
on your
asthma
health.
attack halfway through. Well, while we're in Verdanturf town, we do interact with Wally's family, and they're as weird as he is. But then there's also my first encounter with the contest hall, which is not something I've ever interacted with in a Pokemon game before. And I gotta say this, all of you, hated it.
I'm not surprised. I don't think anyone really likes it.
I gotta say this, playing through it again, didn't do it.
I like genuinely did my best. I like sat and made Pokeblocks with that old man for like an hour and a half, just like churning out Pokeblocks, and then kept trying to win a Pokemon contest and just never could. I just got beat every single time.
I'm impressed you tried it multiple times. I did it once. I've said previously on the record, I don't like the contest aspect at all, and I never have. I don't get it. Mike and Kevin, definitely curious. It seems like you're maybe predisposed to also dislike it. I did do it again, and my Combuskin, Tony Kiedis, got 4th in a cool contest.
That is literally
a Talo.
That is literally zero surprise to me that Anthony Kiedis got 4th in a cool contest.
4 out of 4 specifically.
I'm surprised he qualified. They're just like, no, you're out of here.
I don't get it. I don't get these contests. This seems like a total waste.
I gotta say, when I was a kid playing through these games, I specifically remember the contests and caring so much about them for some reason. And I just got so angry at the game as a child. I was like, I don't even know how old I was, like 5. As a child, just playing through this and getting so angry because I would never win because they make it impossible to win. And then to the point where I replayed it now, I'm just like, nope, going right over that. Not reliving this.
So bad. Bug catchers, if you're not super familiar, it's sort of like a rock, paper, scissors like thing where you were facing off against 3 other Pokemon in a contest of like being cute or being cool or being smart. And like you have to do these moves that increase your own popularity and or decrease your opponent's popularity, and then, you know, hopefully win the hearts and minds of the judge and the audience. And if you do, you take home something.
Every move is coded, like double kick is cool and like Ember is beauty or something. There's like beauty contests. It seems arbitrary. And yeah, you get, I think you just get ribbons, right? Like, and they don't do anything.
No,
so bad.
It's for show.
It's such a dumb thing. It's such a dumb thing, and I know for a fact that they keep doing it in these games.
Oh, yeah.
Even with the show tie-in, they made it so like the main like Ash was all about trying to get his Pokemon to be the best, and then they made his counterpart in that season go for all of the contests to try and sell everybody on the idea of Pokemon contests. So anybody who is watching it would play along in these contests, not do very well, or do incredibly well and not have any place to show it off. Because what are you going to do? You're going to go over to your friends and be like, hey, let's have a Pokemon contest battle.
Right.
No, it doesn't work that
Are
way.
Game Boy printers still a thing at this point? Maybe you can print off your ribbon.
That would have been better, though. Print out all your blue ribbons or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just all the ribbons stapled onto your Pokemon.
I would still have that, like, hanging on my wall. Like, you bring people over and you're like, check it out.
That would be cool.
My Aaron won tough.
I'm into something like that.
Yeah. So last week we got our hands on Rock Smash, the HM move. And then we beat Watson, which lets us use Rock Smash outside of battle. And it finally came into use this week with as I declared some weeks ago, my goal for this game was to reunite these two perverts in the tunnel.
Rusturf Tunnel. Yeah.
And now that I have access to Rock Smash,
The Tunnel of Love.
I finally could, and I assume that Verdanturf is gonna quake under the might of their lovemaking tonight. Because they've been apart for so long. And also, like,
oh my god.
we encountered Wally in Rustboro, and he made his way to Rusturf.
Yeah, he did it.
Or he made his way to Verdanturf. Like, why? How come these two lovebirds couldn't get together?
If Wally can do it, anyone should be able to do it.
That's true, yeah. He braved the mountain pass or whatever.
Mr. Briney probably wouldn't give these perverts passage. He's like, why do you want to go to
they were
Verdanturf?
too horny.
Yeah.
It's so funny, too, where, like, it's one of the few times I feel like the writers make kind of a euphemism for sex, where, like, the woman goes, oh, thanks for breaking those rocks. Like, we're going to go rest at my house now. see ya.
Notice
And
how
they
turns
just
out-
immediately run away. Like, oh, rest? Rest is what you're going to do?
It turns out that she's a relative of Wally's, too.
Oh, really?
Oh?
Yeah, I think she's a relative of Wally's.
God.
If you go back to Wally's house afterwards, she's there, and she's like, thank you for reuniting me with my lover.
That's incredible.
They totally did it in Wally's bed. He seems like the kind of person to just let
Oh,
them.
man.
There was nothing he could do to stop it. They just shoved him aside.
Wally lives in one of those Willy Wonka houses, too, where, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, where his grandparents all slept in the same bed,
It's like 6 people in one bed.
head to foot.
He was actually there
yeah.
watching the whole time.
Oh, no.
You just have to pretend not to see when this woman and her husband come back home and make love in the bed next to you. Anyway, Rusturf Tunnel.
Did you do the little sideshow in there? Did you notice there was an upper exit that goes to an upper part of Route 116?
Oh, yeah, with the, like, dork.
You run into this freak who can't find his glasses,
Oh yeah, that guy.
and he's just, like, wandering around in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And if you use your item finder, then you find black glasses, which empower dark moves.
I did do that. I don't have any dark Pokemon,
And then
though,
you
so-
basically can talk to him, and he's like, those aren't my glasses. And then you're like, all right, well, good luck.
See ya.
See ya. Like,
Did you notice
leave him there.
how those glasses were like 2 feet away from him too? He couldn't find them.
I mean, you wear glasses, Kevin. You know what it's like to lose
Yeah,
your glasses.
do you get far when you lose your glasses?
I don't lose my glasses. I can't see without them. I don't get
That's
that
fair.
far.
Every now and then I'll knock my glasses off my bedside table, and it takes me like a good 10 minutes in the morning to
Oh
to
no.
hunt them down.
I'm the only one here who doesn't wear glasses.
Go find some.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the alpha.
So Rusturf Tunnel is open to us again, but right now it's not important because we do not need to get back to the first chunk of the game. So
Because it routes you back to Rustboro.
I fully thought I did. I fully thought I needed to go back because I wasn't paying too much attention on where I was supposed to go in the story. So I went all the way back through the tunnel, and I ended up basically at the first town before I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to battle my dad yet, am I?
right, it's a little confusing. Like, I also got a little lost during this leg, but
Yeah.
the proper route brings us back to Route 111, where we take on the Windstrait family. Josh, I can't remember if we talked about this last week or not. You did it last week.
I did take them on last week, but you didn't. So
Right.
we can talk about it.
They're weirdos, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Something's off.
You walk up to their door and there's a guy there and he's like, battle me. And you're like, okay. And then they won't let you come inside, like they're hiding something, until you defeat them all in a battle.
Well, it turns out they're hiding the grandma.
They're hiding grandma, yeah.
Right.
And she is stern.
The most powerful.
She is mad that you made her granddaughter cry. But once you get through all these guys, then you can go into the Windstraight estate, and everything in their house is made out of human bones and skin. I think. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's like 16-bit graphics.
It's implied. Definitely.
You can only get in there after you win 4 straight. Is that why they're named that?
Win straight. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. God, I did not think about that. Well done.
It's because we wear glasses. We didn't see it.
That's it.
Yeah. Mike needed the clarity of 2020 vision. To that out.
They give you something. I can't remember what.
So they actually give you an item that's going to be pretty relevant for all of the competitive bug catchers out there. They give you a macho brace. Are you aware of what a macho brace does?
Oh, that's it.
Oh, right.
I was using it in training for our battles.
There you go.
But go ahead, yeah.
So a macho brace will double any of the effort values that Pokemon give. So if you go and fight a Pokemon that usually will yield 1 or 2 effort values, it's instead going to give you 2 or 4.
And what is that?
It makes your Pokemon stronger as you fight certain Pokemon. So that's typically why your starter is so godly by the end of the game, because it's been fighting all of these other Pokemon and stealing their power.
Huh.
Right. Yeah, each Pokemon that you fight has EVs assigned to it. Yes. And so it'll be like Nummels are 1 special attack, or Geodude is 1 defense, probably.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they trigger when you level up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give this macho brace to like a real long-term heavy hitter on my team.
Yes.
Yeah, you would use it when you're like training in a specific area that has the EVs that you want. So I was using it with that Pokemon that will be revealed later in this episode that is special attack heavy, when I was training against Nummels and Spindas, which apparently are both special attack.
Ah.
So you leave the Windstraight estate, you make your way up north, you can finally blast through these rocks on Route 111 to continue northward. Every now and then I would blast through the rock and get a Geodude, and it's like, guy, get out of here.
Nah.
This ain't your generation.
There's a guy here who will give you a move called Secret Power.
Yeah.
I taught it to my Zigzagoon and made myself a secret base outside of Rustboro. Did you guys get Secret Power? Did you guys set up special bases?
I went to where the guy lost his glasses. I remember having that there when I was a kid, so I just went back.
That's a cool one.
I have nothing in it, though. There's nothing there.
I have 1 C-Dot doll.
I'm so competitively minded that I did not even look twice at any of the secret base locations.
Well, you have homework for after the podcast now.
Where are you going to keep your C-Dot dolls?
In my bag, collecting space. I am very much out of space.
I forgot space was a thing until I played this game again.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we're spoiled now with newer generations. They don't have space anymore.
It's really annoying.
Yeah.
It's really annoying when like you just don't pay attention to it for a while, and then you go to pick up something and it's like, sorry, go hop it back to a fucking Poke Center, dork.
Exactly. Dork.
I feel like there should be a limit.
You don't want to break immersion.
I don't know. I guess at the point where you're lugging around like fossils and like 50 Pokeballs or whatever.
Right.
Maybe it is arbitrary to even say that there's a limit at all.
Well, it is nice that they give you different pockets for things now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys coming from the last gen know this, but like...
Except they don't in the computer. Like, in the computer, everything still goes into the same...
Really? Wow.
Big folder, yeah.
It's still a mess. It's a junk drawer.
It is a junk drawer. Route 111, there is a path up that you are not able to take at this point because the desert winds are blowing sand in your little eyes. So you have to take the long way around, which involves going up the fiery path. Mike, I know because we battled last night and we're recording today. I know that Fiery Path is kind of a testing ground for you. You picked up a number of Mon on the Fiery Path.
I love the Fiery Path.
Picked up half your team.
I picked up half my team. I got myself my Torkoal. I got myself my Coughing from there, I believe. Yeah. I think around there, too, is where I picked up my Meryl.
You kind of have to take the side route to Route 113.
Ooh, I love this route.
There's like an old lady's house where she'll heal your Pokemon for some reason. I think she just likes watching people sleep.
Yeah, because it's that similar, like, when they flip the dialogue. So she'll be like, hey, you should take a rest. And then you take the rest. And then she's like, you look like you use more rest. You want more rest? And then it defaults to yes. Like, she is trying to trap you.
It confused me. It was like, what are you saying? Are you saying I look bad? Like, should I keep sleeping? Like,
are my Pokemon half healed? Or...
But no, she just heals your Pokemon.
And you have to just run out.
You make your way northwest, and the ash starts to fall a little bit because you're approaching Mount Chimney, which is an active volcano. And here at the base of Mount Chimney is Route 113 and Fallarbor Town.
Yeah.
And Route 113 was a pretty fertile testing grounds for me this week. I think I spent maybe 6 hours killing Spinda after Spinda after
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like...
I also trained here.
It was a mountain of carnage, and it was just heaps of Spinda corpses. Each, like...
Covered in ash.
Each covered in ash, and each with a fun, unique sort of like dot print.
Yeah.
I'm glad you noticed that. Yeah, even in this gen, all the different Spindas have different places where their spots are.
It just feels like they could have used that space on the cartridge for something much more important.
It's
right,
true.
because Spinda, I mean, Mike and Kevin, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, Spinda's got to be trash.
It's
like,
trash.
There's no...
It's the
bad.
worst.
Spinda's
It's the
a
worst.
bad Pokemon.
It's not great.
Like, it's bad. They're just there to be slaughtered by aspiring Pokemon masters.
Yeah.
Game Freak only did themselves a disservice as well for all future games where they had to make new models for the Spindas, each with, again, different spots on their face.
Oh, God, yeah. What a waste. It reminded me, I mean, it's an even more extreme level, but that this is like the unknown of Hoenn, where it's
unknown.
like, you got limited cartridge space still. Don't do it, guys. Like, not here.
I mean, at least they're not disgusting little worms, and you can't spell out swears.
Yeah,
with
they're
Spindas.
cuter than that.
You can try.
That's true.
You can try to spell it.
Well, you could with the corpses. You drag them around.
The other thing about Route 113 is that everything is covered in ash. Josh, do you have anything to say about that?
I loved it. It's so fun that you walk around on the grass and it's all gray and like looks like it's dead, and then each block you step on turns green and you like knock off the ash.
You bring life.
It's very cool.
So it makes the training there fun too.
It's very Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
And you can collect the ash and give it to this man who, I don't know, uses some kind of dark magic to turn ash into glass tables or something.
He blows the glass. He's a glass blower.
I don't think glass is made out of ash, is it?
Made out of sand?
I don't know.
I didn't get it. I didn't do that.
I trained in this area a ton and just like collected so much ash that I got a chair.
Nice.
Oh, for your secret base.
For my secret base, yeah, just outside of Rustboro.
Okay. This whole section, I think they really start showing off the Game Boy Advance prowess, like the ash falling from the sky and on the grass, and then there was I think on Route 116, which we took to get to Verdanturf, also had like flowers that
Swayed.
lazily like move in the breeze, which was great. And I also got poisoned at one point, and the poison overworld animation is so cool now, where it like glitches out the screen at every step.
Oh yeah, like pixels.
They really put in the
cool.
work. I was very impressed 17 years later.
After that long grind up the foothills of Mount Chimney, you finally make it to your destination. Fallarbor Town. Psych, nothing happens here.
There's like ashen fields of crops.
There's no gym. There's nothing. There's Lynette, who's like hanging out in the Poke Center. You walk up to her and you're like, she's like, I'm Lynette. I made the Pokemon storage system. And you're like, okay, so you're Bill? And she's like, no, I'm Lynette. And then
Right.
you make your way south from Fallarbor Town and you end up in Lynette's home, or like her lab.
Yeah.
And you talk to her a little bit, and like you find out a little bit more about the Pokemon storage system. She's developed boxes, and the boxes have themes. So like you can put your grass type in the grass box. I don't think there's any actual like benefit to doing that, but like some of the boxes have like cosmetic themes.
Yeah,
which is cute. I like.
They do. It's very, very
it's fun,
smart.
yeah.
I like that. But you also get to learn a little bit about Lynette's lifestyle, which is absolute mess.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
She's sort of a hot mess.
Her house is just a dozen computers strewn about the whole thing and like books and papers everywhere. I did read one of her emails. I don't know if you guys did that.
Jesus, Josh.
No. What?
Nope. That's an
private
invasion of
correspondence.
privacy.
Why would you do that?
I mean, I wanted to see what's going on. She had it there. It was just open. I was walking around.
Wow.
Jesus, Josh.
Nice to meet you, Josh. Here's my email.
What did you read, pervert?
So originally I was like prepared to like go on a rant about how everybody in Hoenn is like ripping off Kanto because we had the Devon Corporation where they were also making the resurrection technology for fossils. And then we have here Lynette like seemingly ripping off Bill's Pokemon storage system. And she has an email that says, it's from Bill. And the email says, hey, Lynette, I love your Pokemon storage technology. I actually think it might be more convenient than mine.
Okay.
And then this last week, Dr. Lava actually, hat tip, tweeted coincidentally that in 2014, there was apparently a leak where a head writer from Pokemon put out a timeline, and it showed that apparently Gen 1 and Gen 3 happened concurrently.
No.
Oh, so Lynette and like Bill are developing this technology concurrently.
Yeah, it's either like in partnership or competing, which would mean that Bill and Lynette are like rivals, and Devon Corporation and Silphco are rivals, presumably.
Well, let me say this.
Which is cool. Like, I didn't know that at all.
Lynette's Pokemon storage system is way better than Bill's Pokemon storage system.
Oh, Bill has no idea. He's operating at like computer science 101, like Mavis Beacon style.
Yeah.
Compared to this.
He's also turning himself into Pokemon.
He's in a method. He's method. He's like, I have to be a Pokemon to understand why Pokemon like to be stored.
He could have boxed himself. That's dangerous.
And I'll also say this. I think I'm hard-pressed to say who's better of Devon versus Sylph.
They're both inept in different ways.
Both wildly inept in different ways. I'm going to say Sylph, because I still think like Devon doesn't have anything on the market.
They have shoes.
They're still in VC startup round A, you know?
That's a very big startup building.
They got their like seed round of funding, and then they just sunk all of it into this like cool office space to attract the top talent, and then they can't put anything out except running shoes.
Right. It's a strategy. I'd work there.
I'd work there.
I've worked at worse places.
So then we make our way south from Fallarbor Town. We're on a mission to get to... We discover a mission in Fallarbor Town to find Professor Cosmo, who's going to help us do something. The plot gets a little wild at this point.
Yeah.
They want you to keep a lot of things in your head.
Nobody really explains why you had to get involved. They're just like, somebody in the town is like, oh, Professor Cosmo is like up at Meteor Falls. And you don't know why.
Why would you not get involved is what they say.
Right.
Right.
So you make your way down Route 114 from Fallarbor Town towards Meteor Falls. It's a windy route with lots of berry trees and a guy who gives you berries and lots of trainers.
Right.
I did a fair amount of training here at Route 114 as well. This is also where I caught one of my new mons. But the one that I would have loved to catch and that I couldn't because it is apparently Tanner's sweetie and it's also Joshy's sweetie is Swablu.
Ah.
I love this thing.
Yes, Swablu is quite a tender little guy. Sort of a little chickadee with cloud wings.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a little dot of like a tiny sweet bird with a big beak. It's two like feathers on its top and it like cloud wings.
It's cute. And that's why it's not new Make Me Barf Pokemon.
I like it a lot.
What if we told you that that cute little thing evolves into a dragon?
That's cool. Wait, do I want a Swablu? Is it S tier or A tier?
Oh, no idea. Probably not. But it does evolve into a dragon. Somehow.
That's cool. What's it called? Do you know?
Altaria.
Altaria. That sounds cool. I want to take this opportunity, since Josh has introduced his Josh's Sweetie, to throw it to Mike. I want to give you the space to declare whether or not you had a Sweetie or a You Make Me Barf Pokemon this week, Mike.
In between our conversation there, we mentioned Meryl.
Okay.
And I looked up where I got Meryl because it was all just a big dank blur. And turns out Route 117, there's this little patch of grass right in the bottom middle there that you can pick up this little sweet ball guy.
Oh.
Meryl. He's got this little ball for a tail. He evolves into a sentient egg, which I've named Sentient Egg. And it gets rollout, which is really, really cool, especially with a Pokemon with huge power ability.
It does love to roll out.
Roll out, swamp my ass last night. So then we make our way down to Meteor Falls. We go in. Sure enough, there's Professor Cosmo. He's interacting with some members of Team Magma for me. Josh.
Team Aqua for me.
Mike.
Team Magma for me.
Kevin.
Aqua.
And there's Professor Cosmo. He's trying to unearth this meteorite, but Team Magma's there to steal it from him.
He's being made to do it.
They have some evil plan for it. And before I could get down to Professor Cosmo, I had to battle a few Pokemon, including my You Make Me Barf Pokemon of the week.
Oh.
Which is Solrock. This thing sucks.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So gross.
Pretty rare. I'm surprised you even saw it.
They're all over the place in Meteor Falls.
They are. I saw a lot of them.
Oh, I didn't see it somehow.
I think that is one of those Pokemon that it's like Solrock for one, Lunatone for the other.
I didn't see Lunatone either, though.
I assume Lunatone is like Solrock, but looks like a moon instead of a sun.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like a crescent.
They're very gross.
Solrock is worse, though, because it's like a jagged star, and it's got it doesn't have a beak. It's got a beak, too.
It's gross. It's got beady little closed eyes. I don't get all the sleepy closed eyes Pokemon in this week. It dehumanizes them in a way that makes them even grosser.
And are they any good?
No, not at all.
No. In fact,
Yeah.
in fact, right now, people really, really don't like Solrock because there's a mechanic in the new game where you have the chance to be paired up with one, and people don't like it. Martin Solrock, you just need to Google that, and you'll see the hatred.
So we fail on our mission. We get shoved Gary style by these Team Aqua / Magma grunts, and they make off with the meteorite. Our new job is to hunt them down and get it back for Professor Cosmo and to prevent the evil plan of Aqua and Magma from going through.
Yeah.
You exit the Meteor Falls and you're at the top of the mountain, and you kind of jump your way down the mountain again so that you can get to the gondola.
Yes.
What else would you call it?
I think
Cable
it's a
car?
gondola. Yeah.
I'd call it a gondola.
Cable car.
No.
Cable car.
Cable car.
There are some Magma / Aqua grunts there now who will let you through, and you make your way to the top of the mountain, and you are at the top of Mount Chimney, where a epic battle royale is happening between Aqua and Magma.
It's a straight up Fortnite up there.
It's Fortnite up there. Yeah, and the circle is closing in, and everyone is fighting, and you make your way to the main bad guy. For me, was the head of Team Magma.
Maxi.
Mini Maxi.
He reveals his secret plan, which is to use the meteorite to blow up Mount Chimney to create more landmass and more resources so that humans and Pokemon can live in harmony. And
Same.
I think it's a good plan.
Same.
And I'm actually on board.
Really?
I'm with it. I am 100% with it.
What about the devastation caused by the eruption?
If you've ever seen Avengers Endgame, it's sort of the opposite of Thanos' plan, which is to have the sentient population to create more resources. This is just creating more resources to make room for more population. and to make everyone happier. And I think it's a good idea. And I'm a little disappointed that the game railroaded me into preventing the plan from going through.
The game makes you hate it.
Yeah, I had the same thought with Team Aqua, where I guess Archie wants to use the meteorite somehow. It's a little unclear, details a little unclear, but use it to freeze the volcano, and that will like cool it down and create like hot springs. They're trying to make like a tourist destination, basically.
That sounds nice
And
too.
I thought that's cool. Like, I'd much rather do that.
Can't we do both?
It turns out that what you're doing is neither. You take the meteorite and you foil the plan, and then
Feel bad about it.
so like the head of Team Aqua came up to me and he's like, "Gosh, thank you so much, Mini Max. It's great to have you on the team." And it's like, What? Now you're making me be on Team Aqua too? They're the lamest of the two teams.
They also don't even give you any uniform, which is the greatest disservice.
Right.
It sucked, and I just like I feel so bad that they like railroaded me into this bad decision making.
Yep.
But whatever. What's done is done. You collect the meteorite. The plan is to give it back to Professor Cosmo at some point if I ever encounter him again.
Yeah, he goes back to his house in Fallarbor town,
Okay.
and he gives you charcoal, I think.
Maybe I'll make my way up there again at some point. There's a couple little ass legs of the journey here. We make our way down the Jagged Pass, which is sort of like this trials run course for the acro bike, which I did switch to this week.
Oh.
Josh, I'm sorry. I know I said that the acro bike was pointless, but I did use it most of this week.
Wow.
For two reasons. The acrobike is good for climbing up this Jagged Pass, which is nice if you want to do some leveling on these sweet high-level Mon. But the Mach Bike was kind of driving me crazy because it's hard to control. Once you get moving on that thing,
It's so fast.
yeah. So I think I might be an acrobike man from now on.
Yeah.
Jagged Pass, I want to throw it over to Kevin. Tell me about the Mon that you encountered on Jagged Pass and how they made you feel with regards to making you barf or making you feel sweet.
So the Jagged Pass gave me a very interesting experience because I saw a Pokemon that I think is a sweetie, but realized it evolves into something that makes me barf. And that Pokemon is Spoink.
Fair.
Spoink is adorable. I like it.
Oh,
It's a pig. It has a springy tail. It bounces like Tigger.
no.
But it turns into this disgusting thing called Grumpig. I don't know why that Pokemon exists and why it's so rare to find at all. I think it's only available in that one section of Jagged Pass, which only has like 3 patches of grass.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's like such a small percentage to find.
That's such a shame.
Are they pure psychic or what are Spoink and Grumpig?
Yeah, it's just pure psychic.
Yeah.
They only get boring abilities too. Thick, fat,
I'm not here to yuck your yums, Kevin, but I think both are really gross.
that's fine. I could see that.
Spoink is adorable.
Yeah.
No, I'm coming to bat with this one.
Well, I have the opposite opinion of any of this. I think Spoink's gross, and I think Grumpig's kind of cute.
What do you mean? Spoink? Wait, what?
Whoa.
Grumpig is cute?
Oh, is that the worst opinion?
So
maybe.
gross.
I think we could all.
Spoink, it just looks like it's like like an antenna topper.
Oh, yeah.
You put like the Jack in the Box like mascot's head. Spoink looks like an antenna topper.
And what's the problem with that?
I don't like it because of that.
Maybe those are adorable too.
What's with the ball on its head? And what? It's just so like
It can't.
I can't wrap my head around it.
What do you think? He can't use those arms to carry that ball. He has to use its ears.
It's one of those things where it's like it's got such a specific design. Like it's a pig on a spring with a ball on its head. Where it's like I know that this is like some kind of figure of Japanese folklore that I just do not understand. That like eventually Dr. Lava will tweet like Spoink is actually this like cherished pig deity.
It carries its sacred treasure on its head.
Oh, it does have so many specific things happening that probably is significant for some reason.
All right, so then we make our way down from the Jagged Pass, and we are finally, gentlemen, in Lavaridge Town, the destination for this leg of the journey.
Yeah.
There's an actual gym in this town, thank God.
Yeah.
There's also a bunch of old perverts who want you to bathe with them. Yeah, there are.
I tried to get into that hot spring pool, and you can't get into it to hang out with the senior citizens.
Sure you can.
Go into the Poke Center. You'll see a little door to the left that has a little Hot Springs logo over it.
Oh, you can go and hang out in there?
Yeah.
Do I want to?
Not really. If you can wade through the pool a little bit and get an ice heel, but like, what am I going to do with a fucking ice heel?
I have not gotten frozen once.
I have not gotten frozen
Nobody
once,
even
and
has
it's also
ice
like
Pokemon here.
by the time you like freezing is an issue, full heals exist. So it's like ice heal's the most useless.
Yeah, that's always the problem.
It's also I have berries that do that for me now. Yeah. So what am I going to do with an ice heal?
Sell it.
Did anybody collect the egg?
I got the egg.
Yes,
too.
nice.
I said no.
What does it hatch into eventually?
Do you want to know what it turns into?
I want to know because I'm not going to waste my time walking around if it's not an S or an A tier Pokemon.
Fair enough, it's not. That is actually Kevin's favorite Pokemon. Turns into a Wynot, which is a Mega Sweetie.
It's a sweetie.
Little blue guy with like the black tail that has like a face on it.
Yeah.
Turns into a Wobbuffet.
That is a sweetie.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not S or A tier, so it sounds like
Not anywhere close.
Mini Max is having omelets for dinner tonight.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Just gonna go. I'm gonna take that egg into the hot springs and
Just cook it
soft
right
boil
there.
it. Yeah,
Why not be using
Okay,
that?
just crack it open. Those old people hand spoons around to all the old people. I'd be like, anyone want some egg?
Why not do that?
Why not do
Why
that?
not? So then that's pretty much Lavaridge Town, and then we just have Lavaridge Gym, home of Flannery and her fire type.
A very unconfident gym leader.
Oh, you don't think she's confident?
No. She says multiple times. She gets her speech wrong. She's another one like what's his face? Faulkner in Johto,
Interesting.
who inherited the gym.
Right.
Interesting. First female gym leader in this game, and Josh has declared her not confident.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, she was very confident against my monograss team. I will tell you that right now.
Oh,
she was very
She's a
confident.
good trainer. She just needs to nail her opening lines.
Kevin, we're not to level check yet, but do you want to explain the lengths you had to go to get a Pokemon to take on Flannery?
Oh, yeah. So I ran a whole team full of just grass Pokemon. So my only saving grace there was I had a Lombre, which is half water, but it doesn't learn any water type moves until you evolve it, but you can't actually evolve it until you get a Water Stone, which you don't get until later on. So I had to find a Wingull, teach it Water Gun, and then breed it just so I can get a Lombre with water.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean, breed it? You bred it with your Lombre?
Yeah, you can do that. They're the same egg group.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That's so gross. You're making this seagull and this like tadpole thing like do sex to like make you a better Pokemon.
I'll tell you something even worse. There are a couple of Pokemon in the same egg group. That means you can breed them together that just shouldn't be in the same egg group. One of them is Skitty and Wailord.
Do it, you two. Do it.
It's funny because they try to mask it by saying, "Oh, they don't seem to like each other too much," but all you have to do is wait a couple more minutes.
They did.
Yeah.
You know what's gross to me to think about is going to the Pokemon breeding center, which is that happens at the daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That does happen at the daycare.
Going there with like a Jinx and a Mr. Mime and being like, "Can you breed these two? I'll stay and watch."
Oh no.
Jesus.
I'll just be outside biking in front of the place over and over.
It's like, yes, please breed my Mr. Mime and my Jinx. I would love to see that happen. So, Kevin, you bred your way to a Lombre that has a water move.
That's the only way I had a chance, and it still took me 6 tries.
Wow.
I will say that I took on Flannery and her entire gym, which like is this hot springs. Like it's you kind of like jump into hot tubs and come out in different locations.
Yeah, it's like a spa. It was nice.
I took on the entire thing, every single trainer and Flannery with my Swampert, and I think one-hitted every single Pokemon that I battled.
Wow.
I believe that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that's fair though.
Well, Mini Max.
Mini Max knows what she's working with.
Mini Max didn't even know what a macho brace was. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't even need it, though. That's the thing. She's so fucking... How did all of you do against Flannery?
It wasn't like a cakewalk, but...
What about you, Mike?
Flannery is one of those gyms, like all of the fire gyms, and even Gen 1, Gen 2, I'm trying to remember if there was a fire gym.
No.
They just have so many weaknesses. Fire types are not that good in this game or in Pokemon until you get to like much later on in the series. So yeah, it's the same thing with mine. I had kind of an easy-ish time. My team isn't like super built for fire, minus like Azumarill. But I tried actively not to use Azumarill because it was already so close to level 30. So I sent out Breloom, automatically gone. I sent out Skarmory, automatically gone. Kadabra is just crazy. So Kadabra, managed to take it down until Torkoal. But I wanted to make it kind of like a nice little Torkoal on Torkoal match. So I sent my own out and I ended up beating her with that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's fun.
It is fun.
Her Torkoal is brutal with its overheat.
Yes.
And that's the TM she gives you after you defeat her as well. But
Oh, yeah.
she did take out my Lombre. She took out my Vigoroth with overheat, just like one hit KOs.
Overheat's pretty tough. Yeah. And that's it. We all beat Flannery. We all beat the Lavaridge gym. And then we all, gentlemen, got together last evening and battled.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
We decided to figure out who would be the champion of our two podcasts. Ours focused on sort of silly themed playthroughs of the games, and your Pokemon podcast focused on competitive Pokemon battling.
Correct.
And we decided to see
absolutely
which
correct.
of the two shows
Yeah.
would reign supreme in a competitive Pokemon battle.
Who would think?
The format, which you will hear in a moment, Bug Catchers, is Mike and Kevin battle to see who the champion of Pokésports is. Mm-hmm. Josh and I battle to see who the champion of Experience Share is, and then the two champions will face off. And you will also hear in the battle our level check, because we saved it to kind of reveal to one another what kind of Pokemon we were working with to see if there were any surprises. And there are.
You've heard some tidbits, but there are plenty more surprises. So we'll throw to that audio and you could hear us battle.
We'll throw to that now.
And then we'll come back and talk about it.
All right. We are here with Mike and Kevin from Pokésports, and we are
Hello.
going to battle you two.
Okay.
And we've gone
ready.
through all the pleasantries and introductions already. This is going to be a podcast v podcast battle. First, Mike and Kevin will be deciding who the champion of Pokésports is. Mm-hmm. And then Josh and I will be deciding who the champion of Experience Share is. And those two champions will be going
this leg.
head to head. Yeah, for this leg.
Just for this leg. We're all level 30. No
Yep.
harm, no foul. I'm one level off from one of my Pokemon getting an excellent move, which I'm furious about.
Aren't we all?
That happened to me a lot too, actually.
I'm 4 levels off from one of my Pokemon evolving, so there's that.
I might have try-harded a little bit here. I actually had to rebreed one of my Pokemon just to get a water move.
You bred before the
Wow,
fourth
you were
gym.
breeding?
I had to breed. I needed my water gun on my...
Let's be honest, you didn't
Lombre.
have to.
No, I had to.
No, definitely not.
No, I'll explain to you why
Okay.
I had to. Because the 4th gym was fire, and I might have an all-grass team.
Okay, all right.
Wow. You themed your team in the spirit of Mr. Squirt?
Yes.
Potentially?
Yes, my
It
character's
had an
name...
effect on him.
What an honor.
My character's name is Dankoda. All grass types.
Dang Coda.
Well, let's actually start there. Let's do our level check. And Kevin, why don't you tell us about your character and about your Pokemon? Who are you working with?
So my character is Dankoda. He's a botanist. He likes a lot of plants. So I'm running a mostly all grass team until I realized there aren't a lot of grass types in Gen 3. I'm rocking 420, the Gloom.
Great.
My Lombre is Pineapple 2. It used to be Pineapple, but I needed Water Gun, so now it's Pineapple 2. I have Snoop.
We might have a Lombre on Lombre then.
Dude.
Oh my.
Gross.
I have Gruvile, also known as Snoop. Rosebuds, the Roselia. Shrooms, the Breloom. And then I have a Gyarados.
Okay.
Whoa.
My excuse here.
Where's this coming from?
Plants need water, right?
Okay, right.
So,
yes.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I kind of...
What's...
It's still in theme.
But your Gyarados doesn't have any water type moves.
No, sadly, Gyarados doesn't learn any water type moves.
So the logic falls apart really quickly.
Incredibly quickly.
That's why I needed to rebreed my Lombre.
Wow.
Great.
Well, yeah, that was... first, because I can't remember if you said it. What's the Gyarados' name as well?
It's called the Water.
Great. Okay, that makes sense. It's sustaining the rest of them. I had the same struggle with it. Like, I'm toughing it out with Lombre. I've wanted to can him a few times, and I ran out of time, so I couldn't also replace him. But the thing that's insane about this is that, you know, he's level 30 now. No water moves this entire time, and it's a water grass Pokemon.
Yep, that was my struggle.
So you did what I should have done and just breed a new one and get some water moves, because it's a waste.
Yeah.
Like, I need a water move at this point.
We can't even evolve it yet either.
Mike, do you want to tell us about your character and your Pokemon?
Oh, very much. So my character is a man of simple tastes. I've named him Wunk, and all he is about making the heavy-hitting, strong Pokemon that make the Wunk sound. So in that group, I've got Coughing, which I have named Unevolved, because I knew that by the time I actually battled with it, it would not be evolved. Level 30 doesn't really get good until level 35, where it turns into a Wheezing, but hey, you make do with what you can. Then we've got Torcano, the Torkoal. I wanted to name him something, but I just saw a volcano, so I'm like, perfect. He's actually pretty good. He's been a pretty heavy hitter on my team. Pretty good in the Wunk status. Then we've got Sentient Egg, the Azumarill. Sentient Egg, really big on the Wunk. He's got huge power. He's got some pretty decent coverage for Gen 3, which I was interested to see is still alive back then. Then we've got Corviknight, the Skarmory. For pretty obvious reasons, he's the Corviknight that we've all been using up until now. Yeah. So moving on, we've got Breloom, who I have aptly named Plant.
Okay.
And then moving on, we've got one Scoop, the Kadabra. Would have been two Scoops, but I don't have a friend to trade, so
Rest in peace.
That's too bad.
rest in peace. That's it.
Were you guys doing a calculus between Pokemon that you love and or Pokemon that you know are good, like at this stage? What was your thought process there?
Well, I knew that I wanted Plant in my team. I knew that I wanted Breloom. I've always loved Breloom, but it doesn't actually get good until later seasons. I've realized seasons, of course, as in seasons of EXP share, where its ability Technician doesn't come in until later. It's only got Effect Spore for the first little while.
What does this Effect Spore do?
Effect Spore, if a Pokemon hits it or makes contact with it, has a 10% chance of poisoning, paralyzing, or sleeping it. Whereas Technician boosts the power of any move that's less than 60 power, which is very much the better move, the better ability. But we don't get that in Gen 3.
See,
Cool. Kevin, how about you?
For
what
me,
was your approach?
I didn't have much of an option. There aren't a lot of grass types in the beginning of the game. I missed out on some grass types. Like, I think Cacnea is technically after Flannery, and Lileep is after Flannery. Tropius is after Flannery. So I just literally picked up any grass type that I could find.
So you knew this like really early on.
Oh yeah, it was a plan. I was like, okay, I need a team.
You could have just Mayor Cheat and gone to Route 111 and picked up a Cacnea and trained it to 30 anyway.
Oh yeah, I could have. Well, we don't cheat.
No one would have held that against you, and maybe someone else did that this episode. Josh, do you want to tell me a little bit about your Pokemon?
Yeah. So what I've got, there are a couple of surprises because it was getting dire once we were in the 3rd episode, and I realized 2 of my team members were HM friends, and they were useless. I mean, I had a level 5 Shroomish, as Kevin has a Breloom, and I love Breloom, but I can't get Breloom because it does not make Tanner barf, so I didn't bother with Shroomish. I did put in the time on one of them, though. I put in the time on Slackoth, and I have a Vigoroth now. Jack Irons, level 30.
Ooh.
I decided to double down on that one because people have been talking about how slacking can be made worthwhile. And the thing with Vigoroth, this middle tier evolution, is that he has Vital Spirit. And he actually can't be made to go to sleep and doesn't have the slacking off ability like Slackoth and Slacking. So at this stage, it's actually quite good.
That's interesting, yeah.
That being said, 2 of its moves are HM moves because I was treating it as my HM friend. So that's not ideal. And we'll see how it goes. I'm not super confident, but that's where we are. And then we have Tony Kiedis, who we all know and probably don't love, Cambuskin, and level 30, obviously. Into it. Got that Overheat TM from Flannery, so that should be fun, hopefully. Ooh. Then Hillel Slovak, which is the Lombre, level 30. Chad Smith, Loudred. Loving this one. I think he will stick around. And then we have
really?
2 new ones. I like Xcloud, and I'm excited about... And this one I did pay attention to making sure that I got a good nature.
Wow, okay.
Because I'm trying to build it into being special attack heavy, and it is modest.
Oh, nice.
So it's not ideal because it does subtract from attack, but I'm intending that all of its moves will eventually be special. So I'm cool with it. Then the 2 new ones, we have Jack Sherman, who was obviously in the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Jack Sherman was guitar and backing vocals in 1983 and 1984. And Jack Sherman's a Seviper.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. I got a lot of hate for putting Seviper on the You Make Me Barf list.
You don't like
I gotta
snakes?
say, I think it's pretty cool looking.
I think it looks dumb, but
I think I'm with
It's not
the
a
people.
sweetie, but it's slick.
one man's trash is another man's treasure, Joshua.
I wasn't even really thinking about it, but I encountered them. They're out on like route. They're right at the foot of like Mount Chimney. And I was like, well, let's give this a try because it's just like a power hitter. And like, I'm probably not going to keep it around, but I had to do something. So,
yeah, I think Seviper's the one where at the foot of Mount Chimney, you can either get that or a Zangoose.
Yeah, I had access to Zangoose in my game.
Yeah, Zangoose was for me as well.
And then we have Cliff Martinez, who was drums from 1983 to 1986 on the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and is a Kadabra as well.
Oh.
I had to bring him back. I mean, it's one of my go-to evolutionary lines, and in this scenario, I needed to have something that just had like strong special attack, straightforward, that I knew I could level quickly. I did go through a few Abras, and I actually caught one that had a Twisted Spoon, so that's exciting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All these people putting effort into I should have done that. Wow, nice.
I gotta say, though, I was looking at the You Make Me Barf list on the Bug Catchers Reddit, and out of that list, Alakazam is one of the strongest Pokemon there, so you made a good choice.
I might keep it. I'm tempted not to just because I have run Alakazam in the series already, in the show.
Josh, I think you got to take every advantage you can get.
Well, listen, man, he's good. Like, it's ready if I want to just keep it.
Yeah.
He's got a good nature. He's got Twisted Spoon. Probably a banger on the drums.
What more do you need?
I mean, yeah, exactly. Tanner, what do you got?
Well, I need to talk about my team for a minute.
Oh, wow. Okay.
When I started the season, my character's name is Minnie Max, and she is only running top tier Pokemon, S and A tier Pokemon. And I went to a website called tierlists.com or something and
legit
downloaded a whole list of S and A tier Pokemon. And then one of the bug catchers on the Reddit named Somersault Boy.
Oh yeah, we should shout him out.
Noticed some discrepancies on my tier lists. For instance, the one that really stuck out to Somersault Boy was Shedinja being a tier A Pokemon. So he went through and peer reviewed my entire tier list and noticed what all the failings of the tier list were, and then used Smogon to reconstruct an S, an A, and an S plus tier list for me.
All right.
So I had to throw out some Pokemon. So this is an in memoriam to a few lost souls, notably Aaron, who I did level to level 30 before he was excised from the tier list entirely. He's not even A tier.
Wow.
Although is Aggron not? Eventually?
None of them. No, none of that line is on the tier list now.
That's surprising. I always thought that line was good. Interesting.
Obviously, Shedinja is gone too. I had put a little time into a what's the fire turtle called?
Torkoal.
Torkoal?
I put a little time into a Torkoal, and that's gone now too. So there's some old familiar faces on the list.
Do you have a song prepared to send them off?
Oh, jeez.
Words. Maybe a Red Hot Chili Peppers song?
Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation.
That's it.
That's all I'm going to sing.
That's all we need.
So a few were gone, but let me walk you through who remains. Oh, and also I should say I may have cheated a little bit, but with Josh's permission, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Because I
ran it by me.
I had a day to get my Pokemon up to level 30 for this battle, and I knew that I wasn't going to needlessly level a Pokemon I wasn't going to end up using. So I went to Route 111, the desert, with my Go goggles that I got from what's-her-face. And
May. Or Brendan for you.
Something.
Caught a Pokemon who is now a semi-permanent fixture on the team, and I leveled to level 30. So.
Interesting.
We've got Ambrose, my Swellow.
Nice.
Level 30. Just a handsome Pokemon. And A tier.
Very good looking.
We've got Aesop, my Ninjask. He stuck around. A tier again. We've got Ainsley. I changed the name of my Gardevoir, who just leveled up into a Gardevoir, from Sterling to Ainsley, because it turns out that Gardevoir is just A tier and not S tier. There's Augustus, my Marsh Stomp, who's still treating me well. And then there's the two newcomers. And it's going to be interesting because I also have a Skarmory named Sephora, because it turns out that Skarmory is S tier in this game.
I was thinking about bringing him in too. I'm glad I didn't at this point.
She's cool. She doesn't have, to your point, Mike, she does not have Steel Wing yet, but I actually fed the Steel Wing TM to Ambrose, my Swellow. So.
Oh, nice. You know what? Actually, on that note, I think I did something quite similar, because it sounds like you are almost forced to get the Steel Wing TM if you speak to Steven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I'm sure I've done. But for some reason, I don't have it in my game, so I must have given it to a flying type Pokemon. Anyway, that's just me.
And then my last Pokemon is the Route 111 Pokemon, and it's St. John, my ball toy.
Ooh.
And I absolutely hate looking at this thing.
God, it's so brutal. That's one of the ones that I just couldn't live with myself, even if knowing it's good.
Yeah.
It's so bad, but it's S tier, and it's just I'm not going to run a Alakazam or a Kadabra because you've done that before, Josh, and now apparently you're running one again. So
maybe
I think I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to have to stick with Ball Toy and Claydol if I want my
Claydol's even worse, man.
Cool
to look at.
No. Can I just confirm something? So, Kevin, you also threw away your starter, completely discarded it. Am I right?
No, Grufile.
Nope. Oh, you still have that? Am I the only one who didn't care for my starter?
Oh, you threw it out. I didn't even notice that when you spoke.
No, it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you do that?
I always ride them out until the third evolution at least, but I will toss them. I'm not opposed to doing that.
Oh, good.
Who was your starter?
You know what? I honestly didn't keep it around that long for me to even pay attention to what I got.
Did you release it?
Wow.
Are you that kind of guy?
No, it's in my box somewhere.
Okay.
I hate this thing.
Get out of here.
All right, so that's our teams. Do we want to get into Showdown and get battling?
You bet.
I think we do it.
All right. Mike and Kevin, why don't you two face off first, and Josh and I will get in there and spectate as soon as you have a game running.
Oh, wait, I didn't want to lead with this.
It just sent out our leads, huh?
Okay.
It moves so quickly, and you presumably are familiar with Pokemon Showdown as well, probably more familiar than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love it, but it's so fast-paced. I'd love it to be like a quarter slower, you know?
Well, they've made the entire Smogon thing around this. Like, you can't play Smogon games in the actual game anymore because you hit timer every time. Because Smogon allows for like stalling Pokemon and healing and all this stuff that like really delays the game past the 20-minute timer that the game allows. So,
Mike,
interesting.
Yeah,
I got a complaint.
Oh,
You got a lot of flying types and a lot of poison types for all my grass friends.
I have one poison type.
That's more than I need.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right, are we ready? Let's do this.
And our first matchup is Gloom 420 versus Coughing Unevolved.
And Gloom is terrified. Oh, thank you. Good night.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh, Mayor's sleep.
I don't want to go to sleep. I can do
Mayor's
this.
sleep.
Hold on. Oh, the Intimidate from the Gyarados.
Wait. Hold on. I got a complaint.
What's up?
Mike just took a -1 bite from a Gyarados. Like it was nothing. I think Mike's cheating.
Ain't I a stinker?
Oh, yeah. The allegations are flying already. I've never seen a Coughing be this unhinged.
Why?
Are you level 30? No, you're not.
Am I level 30? Is it level 30? Tell me it's level 30.
No.
Wait, what level is it?
Hey, so...
Mike.
Hey, so 5 of my 6 Pokemon are level 30. But
Coughing
Unevolved-
level 100.
Unevolved
is
just
Coughing
happens to
level
be level
100?
100. Yes.
Let's take a lucky guess which isn't level 30.
Don't worry,
All right.
don't worry. I'll take itself out.
I did 1% damage with the fake out.
Yeah.
Let's start over.
It's gone.
That doesn't solve the problem.
Let me just adjust that real quick.
I guess we'll throw that one out.
I saw
Butt
Coughing
catchers,
one
Mike was
shot
being Mayor Cheat.
Breloom.
He had his coughing set to level 100 and didn't think any of us would notice.
Yeah, Mike is the first Mayor Cheat of the session. Oh, I guess
Mayor
Tanner's
Cheat.
first Mayor Cheat, but we allowed it.
Yeah.
Secret level 100 Coughing is a bold move.
What's crazy
No one
is
will notice because it's unevolved.
Showdown doesn't tell you either. It didn't say anything. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, I couldn't say anywhere. Wow.
okay.
Only until you look at its speed, where it's like normally like 26 to 62, and instead for the level 100, it's like 112 to 176. All right,
All right, round 1.5.
round
Fight.
1.5. Here we go. So I'm gonna start a little differently this time. My coughing's actually gonna leave, and Skarmory's gonna go in instead to take the sleep.
This is a little bit of a problem here because
Now I'm staring at Gloom, which I don't love.
Yeah, I don't like its gloppy little mouth.
Ooh, Gyarados, though, looks slick, as always.
this is like
Gyarados
okay.
comes out to give Skarmory a little rust that steel.
Dragon Rage actually still does quite a bit.
Yeah,
it
it's still
took
40 HP. It's good early on.
Yeah.
Thankfully, one scoop showed me Shockwave.
Mm-hmm. So what are you gonna do, Kevin?
Ooh.
I don't know, but I think I'm feeling a little. Oh no,
No, you're still gonna take it.
Oofta.
I was feeling a little risky.
Oh, I should've
Shockwave
done that.
took
I don't
off
think
a
it-
full 64% of Gyarados' health before Kevin swapped him out.
It did way too much.
Gloom's back in.
See,
One scoop. Gyarados.
I can always rely on Kadabra to take out 5 of his 6 Pokemon.
Shh, I gotta try to find some way. I just keep switching at this point. Okay, back.
Well,
to Coughing.
Grovyle is just pure grass, right?
Yeah, so at least I could take one side beam, but all my poison types just hate that Kadabra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all your grass types just hate the coughing,
And they're
At
all
least it's
grass
not level
Well.
100 this time.
minus Gloom.
Can you poison types in this game? Is that
No.
still a lot? And they changed that later on, right?
It makes
And
a lot
what
of
was-
sense.
What was Dragon Rage? Dragon Rage is the one that does like 40 every
flat.
time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, good. That does nothing. Oh, yep. Well, there's the
Haircut.
berries.
Where did you find a citrus berry? I've been looking
on a
everywhere.
tree, dude.
I haven't seen that
What
yet.
the heck?
Found it on a tree.
Interesting.
Where
Nobody
did you
else has
not
seen
find a
that
citrus
citrus berry.
I may have seen citrus berries. There's like a few people who are just like handing out. You get a different berry from them every day, and I feel like I've gotten some like fucked up berries from those people.
I really have not been paying attention to where I've been getting my berries.
It's been clicking buttons.
So the water is starting to clean things up a little bit.
Whoa! And there goes finally coughing.
He washes the coughing out. Yeah.
You know, you can't have plants without water, guys. This was a necessary addition to my team. Oh, here comes this thing. I don't like it.
Oh, Snoop.
Oh, Snoop.
Kadabra versus Grovyle again.
Grovyle did take a big Psybeam hit and survived, but
I highly doubt
So-
I outspeed this thing. No, there's no way.
This Kadabra is what we call in the industry my win condition.
yeah. All right, Grovyle's
I
down.
cannot have it go down right now.
Ooh.
I
And
really
it's got
don't want it to
10%
go
of its
down.
hit points. It's swapped out for Skarmory, and then Lombre's back.
Gyarados needs to come back, get the Intimidate.
A lot of juggling.
Sand attack?
I love Intimidate.
Oh, what do you think about that, Kevin?
I don't like it.
What do you think about
I
Sand Attack?
really
Oh
don't
no,
like
is that
it.
a missed Dragon Rage? Hmm?
Oh, sand attacks are flying.
Sand attack.
These are this is so cheap.
The water's got to make some mud.
I gotta hit.
It doesn't even matter. You can't hit me one more time. You just can't.
Even if I do, it doesn't take you out.
That's right. So
Is
what will you do,
Gyarados
Kevin?
not faster than Skarmory at this stage? Probably not.
It is, but it definitely can't take it out from 51%.
Yeah, I'm only doing 40 HP each time.
Gloom versus Skarmory. Oh,
No.
Breloom
Versus
versus
Breloom.
I think I can only go for a poison move here.
Yeah.
Or maybe I switch and I'm lying. Oh, thanks, Mike.
Wow.
Hey, you know.
Switches
Skarmory's
right
back in. It
into
was
Some-
a psych out.
There
Juggler
it goes.
fritzes.
And there it goes.
It's hard
There
to
goes
pay
Gloom.
attention.
That's fair. Yeah, I've been switching my Pokemon in and out and in and out. But oh,
Well, with the Gyarados, it
Shrooms.
makes a lot of sense because of the Intimidate.
That's right.
Triggering.
That's right. My Corviknight with -1 attack. I didn't want to keep that in.
Breloom's such a sweetie.
It looks bigger than I'm used to.
What, Breloom?
It is larger
Yeah.
than you would think.
Like its sprite is
Oh.
large.
There goes
Skarmory takes out Gyarados.
the water.
Which was my only hope at this point. It's fine.
Kevin's pickings are getting a little slim.
I don't have a lot of options anymore. I have grass,
Okay.
grass, and then grass.
So I think I might have this in the bag. I'm not
Wow.
fully sure about that yet. But oh no, Roselia! I forgot about Roselia.
I can do things too.
Oh,
Mike.
man.
Mike just
Roselia.
Mike just went for
Ooh.
a bulk up, giving himself +1 attack and +1 defense. Mach punch. I could take 20 of those.
You can take 20 of those. I don't like that.
Oh, now you bulked up
She's-
too.
She's beefing up. Oh, man.
That's fair.
Breloom is
Okay, so
way pumped
they're
up.
they're in a showdown now where they just keep bulking up and growing at each other.
We're in a Pokemon showdown. That is correct.
It's growth
oh.
versus bulk up. And they
Oh,
are
no.
both at... Rosalia's at 2.5 times, and Breloom's at 3 times on attack and defense.
Oof,
Oh, I got lucky.
big
there.
Yeah, that
hit
was-
from
So that's what we call a
Breloom.
high roll.
I
Cause-
rolled
Yeah.
that.
Oh no.
That Mach Punch.
Mach Punch
Yeah.
took out 50% of Rosalia's health in one hit.
So turn 32, I did 46% of the Roselia's health, and then turn 33, I did 50. Kevin thought that he could heal some extra health to kind of give himself an extra turn, but no, not with my set.
Wait, does Fake Out have the same
man.
priority as Mach Punch in this generation?
Fake Out must have the same priority.
I guess so. Oh no.
Incredible.
Mach Punches.
I think Mike takes it. He's at +3 attack, +3 defense.
I have
Yeah,
set
it's
myself
crazy.
up.
Down goes
Breloom is just running away with it.
Lotad, or Lombre.
What was the name of your character
Plant
again, Mike?
versus Shrooms.
Wonk.
Wonk? Mike just
Yes,
wonked me.
I've just wonked you, yes.
I've just gotten wonked.
Woof, and there it is. Kevin got
Wow.
wonked by a wonk.
Rest in
Wonk,
peace.
Wonk still has 5 Pokemon in the match, 2 of which didn't even get revealed in that
Do
battle.
play with one.
The
All right.
Mr. Squirt style lifestyle is tough.
It's a hard
Kevin.
life.
I
We
guess
have
you've
to make.
noticed, yeah.
Mike is the champion.
Mike is the
of
champion.
Pokesports.
I am the winner of Pokésports, that's correct. Don't mean to brag.
It's very high
So
on
it's
it. Yeah.
it's now Josh and I. Did you guys set that up as a Gen 3 random battle?
custom game.
Gen 3 custom game.
Kevin, you ready to professionally cast?
I'm down.
Mr. Squirt versus Fieldstone.
Oh,
Man, I don't know how this is gonna go.
Okay, well, you've got the advantage of knowing how to play.
No, Skarmory versus Vigoroth? You got the advantage here.
Okay, but I'm bad at Pokemon, so...
I'm not gonna be able to do anything.
Skarmory versus Vigoroth. Yeah, does not look good for Josh right now.
It's not ideal. It's not ideal.
I'm gonna hit this one.
I'm gonna click this button. Good. That's a good strategy.
Tanner making informed and professional moves.
Go to the Tony
no
Kiedis.
way,
That was a
Ouch.
good air cutter.
Ouch.
That's what
the
we
air
call a
cutter
prediction.
on to Tony Kiedis is a nightmare. Combustion.
That is 100% what we call a prediction. Oh,
Another prediction.
Overheat's gonna be
Jesus,
good too.
why did that hit me so hard?
Yeah,
Well,
that still did a
that's not
lot of
gonna work.
damage.
I don't love that. I don't love any of that.
Water gun onto Lombre.
Are we sure that Lombre isn't level 100?
Okay, let's see. What is good?
Oh, Ninjask is
Oh.
very good.
Very good
Oh
switches here.
god.
Yeah, you're making some very, very good switches here, Tanner.
Thank you. It
Tanner's getting the types down.
only took 3 seasons for me to finally start scratching the surface on type matchups.
Well, hey, I'm impressed.
Turns out type matchups are very important.
What are you gonna do, Josh? You gonna run? You gonna run from my bug?
Yeah, I am.
Chad Smith, sword stance setup plus the speed boost on the Ninjask. Okay.
Oh god.
Tanner's going for a sweep here
This is what makes Ninjask crazy. Yeah, this is what makes Ninjask really good.
until it only hits twice with Fury Swipes.
I have Shockwave on my Loudred.
Oh, that is good.
Grass types can't learn Shockwave. Rest in peace. Goes into his Gardevoir, traces the Soundproof.
Oh, Gardevoir.
It's actually not that bad.
What is this thing? Normal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, it's
No
ugly,
secrets.
Josh.
Oh,
And
with
it's
the
dead.
critical hit, goes for the psychic.
Oh
on
my!
the Loudred.
What did you just use?
He just
Psychic.
critted you.
A psychic killed me?
A psychic crit. Rest in peace. I think crit in this generation was 2 times also, instead of the 1.5 it is now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that's like almost always an Oko.
Yamahama, Josh.
Yamahama.
Oh no. One Pokemon I can bring out against that is gonna get killed, so this is bad. Okay. Man, alright, what can I do?
Sends in the Vigoroth. Another psychic doing
we'll
so
see.
much.
I don't really care about
Oh,
this.
no.
That
Vigoroth.
psychic
Oh
is
my god.
intense.
And just having psychic already is a nightmare.
Yeah, really.
Let's get a lot of Fury
I
Swipes.
didn't love... That was a lot of Fury Swipes. But there goes Jack Irons. Rest in
my
petals.
god. Oh.
Wow, it actually learns psychic at level 26.
Gardevoir
That's
is like a
insane.
stupid good early game Pokemon. That's like so much power
Yeah,
for,
that's like-
for level 30.
Illegal.
That's illegal.
It's almost like they wanted this Pokemon to
No
be good.
one Mon should have that much power.
Ooh.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's do something saucy. Cliff Martinez, the Kadabra, comes out. Psychic on Psychic. It's risky. I don't like my odds. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no. You knocked out my
comes in and
Ninjask.
Soaks the Psybeam.
Aesop decided to sacrifice himself.
I thought maybe you could survive and I could gobble you up with my little bug powers.
No.
That
The mighty
didn't
power of the
happen.
bug.
Let's see. What is good against Psychic? Probably more
Do you want
Psychics,
actual
huh?
answers?
Yeah,
Well,
dark.
I don't have any dark
Dark
Oh, thank
bug
God.
ghost.
or any more bugs.
This is the
So-
gen where they slapped dark on like everything. There's so many
That's
dark
right.
types.
Let's put this in. Let's fuck around with this a little bit.
St.
It
John.
was the gen that they
Okay.
changed Bite from normal to dark, yeah.
Yeah, finally.
I've got St. John, my ball toy, out. I
Okay.
don't think it's a good decision, but
There's only one way to
I
find
didn't
out.
have anything else.
I just don't know what moves it's going to have yet. I'm gonna
This
hedge
early
my
on?
bets and I'm gonna go
Ancient
for that
power.
future sight. Wow, ancient power. Okay.
That
Not
actually,
great.
On the ball toy, that's cool.
Ancient Power can be a very good move. It has like a 10% chance of boosting all your stats.
Oof, Psybeam took a pretty big hit. Bigger than I like.
So there is a world where you just got 2 all stat boosts, but this is not that world.
I wouldn't love that world.
Yeah. And then ouch, there's the future sight. Oof.
There it is. Yes.
2 turns
Okay.
later.
St. John.
Who's gonna soak up the most damage from this idiot?
I'm not your ball toy.
I
I mean, Cliff's only got 28% his hit points, so
just gotta withstand a couple hits here.
Well, that's actually a really good choice for this.
Sends out the Skarmory.
Yeah, there it goes.
oh,
I
I thought I
Cliff
would
is
go
down.
first.
I'm
It's-
incredibly surprised. that
faster
that
than
went
me?
first.
Quick Claw, baby.
Well, yeah. Oh. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay.
Mr. Squirt getting all the crits this game. Not bad. Or mini max, excuse me.
Yeah, that's just my showdown persona.
Yeah, you're channeling Minimax.
This Skarmory is an issue, actually, I think.
Yeah, I'm really liking Skarmory.
I mean, honestly, I was thinking that Gardevoir was your, as I said, win condition, but now I'm looking at the Skarmory and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not bad.
Jack Sherman, the Viper. Goes for the para.
The glare.
And gets it.
Ugh, paralyzed.
I had to glare. That thing.
Yeah.
Clip its wings.
Stare intently in its eyes.
It was flying too close to the sun.
It's going to take a couple of strengths to take down that Skarmory.
To it, though.
Yeah, this is kind of rough.
This is rough.
Lives at 9.
I gotta see if I can pull this off.
Switches into combustion. Goes for the overheat. Oh,
yeah,
dang.
overheat.
Ooh.
Come on, yes!
I thought I could.
Oh, I had to get that. I
thought maybe I could survive one hit, but
Yeah, now that
Tony
combustion's at
Kiedis.
-2 attack, you have a chance.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, it's just a sacrificial lamb at this point.
Oh, I don't know about that. Oh,
I can at
Tony
least
Kiedis
do
goes
some
down
little-
to water.
Do some little kicks.
That's fair.
Okay.
This is a lot closer than our
2
game.
on 3. Although Augustus, the Marsh Tomp, is pretty close to death. Let's
Now
Lombre it up.
Lombre scares that Marsh Tom so much.
That's true.
Yep.
Oh,
bye.
dang.
single bullet,
bullet
seed.
seed. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
the swallow. Oh,
Okay.
no.
Oh no, I forgot about this beautiful boy.
Swallow's another one that's super good early on.
Oh no.
Keeping a swallow
Okay,
in your
that's
pocket
bad.
for the very end is very scary.
Oh man, and it's looking down at me. Oh, I hate that.
Does it get any good
it's
flying moves
intimidating.
yet?
No, I mean it's got a flying move.
Well, that's all I needed to know. I'm gonna get out of there.
Oh wait, another crit from.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
That's 3 crits in this game.
Jack Sherman, help me. You're not gonna get an attack. Oh
Ouch.
man, this is gonna be it.
This might be all she wrote. It's just
Tanner,
the
you're gonna be
Swallow
the
versus a
champion. Oh my
Lombre.
god.
Uh-oh, I'm terrified of going up against Mike.
But this is the thing. When you play as Minimax, you are playing as a competitive Pokemon player.
That's true, but it's still like human error is still very much a
Oh, for sure.
component of this.
I got close, but not
We
close
can't all be
enough.
champions.
All right, Mini Max has beaten the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Damn. Wow, already. I would actually prefer that you beat me at this stage because I'm not confident in this team anyway. If you beat me in our next rematch, then I'm really going to be upset. But good
Spoken
game.
like a true
Probably
rival.
like
Good
you're
game.
less confident now.
Truly spoken like a true rival. I appreciate the way that you're saying, well, yeah, okay, you beat me now, but
You don't
I'll
get
get
rivals
you
like
next
those
time.
anymore.
yeah, smell you later.
All right,
Here we go.
All right.
Kevin and Josh.
Who will be the champion
Mike
of
already got it.
Pokésports and EXP Share?
Okay, here we go.
Let's do this.
Who do I even
Yes.
want to win? I don't know.
I'm okay against poison. I'm not
Let's see, You're
sure.
about to play against someone who swaps out a bunch.
Skarmory v
Okay.
Skarmory. Taking the air.
Skarmory versus Skarmory. What is good against Skarmory? I think only fire type, right? Which I don't have.
Skarmory on Skarmory.
If you guys both stay in here, we can have a 100-turn battle.
I would love to.
Jeez Louise. I don't even know what to put in at this point. Because I think Skarmory's resistant to a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah, Steel type's kind of
Skarmory
broken.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
This stupid move again. Mike Skarmory goes for the sand attack. Lowers the accuracy of Augustus, the Marsh Stomp.
So at this point, I think I can just keep going for air cutters and hopefully get a nasty crit.
Another
Air
crit.
Cutter is a lot better than I remember.
Air cut is really good. It's not very good later on, but it's good.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Uh-oh.
Gardevoir Choice's Kenai comes in, is now at 50% HP. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I had one electric type move
goes
trained
down.
to fucking Gardevoir, Shockwave, and it was my one hope.
Yeah, you needed that, boy. Girl.
I was
whatever.
I was terrified of Gardevoir.
I did not. I knew I was going to go down because the Gardevoir was still sitting around in our battle, but I forgot
Right.
about Ambrose, the Swellow. Bird on bird.
Bird on
on-
turtle.
Tarkle.
Birtle.
Torkoal. I do like Torkoal's look also. I think it's a cool idea.
I wish it evolved into like a bigger, fierier turtle.
It
stinks that it's just...
Does it get a mega?
No, I think Camera Up's the one that got a mega.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Oh, I
It's
don't
now
like
a
that
Azumarill
speed
versus
reduction.
Marshtomp. Azumarill going for the rollouts. Back to Whitney in Gen 2.
Oh, you gotta roll out.
Ugh, rollouts. Jeez Louise. I forgot about rollouts.
Oh.
Rollouts is such a stupid move.
Yeah.
Channeled my inner Whitney for that one, yeah.
I had some fun with Graveler last gen with that.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
What is this guy? Water?
Yeah. Becomes Water
Okay.
Fairy later on.
I don't know. Let's put this in. See what happens.
Oh.
It could work. It could work.
Sent out the Ninjask.
Ninjask is out. Oh my god! Roll out!
Does rollout just
I
keep
wish
getting
I
stronger?
could stop, but I literally cannot stop rolling out.
Right. So is rollout is technically a rock move?
Yeah,
It
it's
is
a rock
technically
move.
a rock move.
And it's
yeah.
it's rock. Yeah, so Ninjask was actually a very bad idea.
Oh.
Sorry, Tanner.
But again, I apologize because I cannot stop rolling out. I can literally not stop. It will not let me switch.
Well, now you can.
Now that I've missed, now I can.
Tanner's got a shot with that miss on that rollout, but it's going to be an uphill battle.
Mike switches out into Torkoal again. Fire
the
spin misses.
missing with this.
Ooh.
Oh man, come on.
Use more accurate moves, Mike.
Oh, was that it? Okay, sorry.
Okay. Let's
This
see.
one right here. My not level 100 coughing. Oh,
You sure this time?
so did quite a bit.
I missed when it was level 100.
Just sweeping the entire team. Oh no, nice choice.
I just don't. I wish I had something that hit you a little harder. Flamethrower took down Swellow.
Now it's just Skarmory and
Secret Pokemon.
Surprise.
oh yeah, the surprise. Oh right, okay, that actually helped me. Thank you.
Oh,
Best
Ball Toy.
Mustang.
St. John.
Oh, that actually
Let's see.
that helps a little. Getting the minus defense. Oh, you know what? I haven't sent this in yet. Let me do that right now.
Send it in. Don't know what it is. Send it in.
Illuminati.
Breloom versus the Psybeam. Ouch. Come on, I'm missing everything today.
It's fine. That's good.
Oh, right. I thought I put it to sleep for some reason. Like, wait a second. It wasn't sleeping. It was paralyzed. Okay, I
Well,
need
let's see it
Bullet Seed to
hitting
hit
one,
at least
two,
one.
not that
three.
many.
Seed.
Oh, no.
3 times. Tanner's gonna take out Mike's first Pokemon, the Breloom. Oh, Bubble
Bubble
Beam.
Beam. Ooh, Bubble Beam.
I mean, special moves are still good.
It's okay. Skarmory at 7 HP can sweep. Believe. Sephora.
Totally. Yep. And going in with a
Ugh.
full power tackle.
Oh, just a tackle.
All right. So
Mike's
that's it.
the champ.
It's decided.
I did it.
Pokésports is the more competent Pokemon battlers, and Mike is the champion
That's fair.
of Pokésports.
To be fair, you guys probably earned that one.
You know.
I'm proud that I took a Pokemon off of you, at least. That's more than I could have hoped for.
Absolutely. No, you made good predictions. I think just my setup was meant to take down wins. Kevin made a monotype team. Like, it's not gonna win. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Mike's cheating too.
And
We all
I mean,
know
I
that.
was
just really
cheating.
proud. I'm just really
Right.
happy I finally beat Josh, which was the entire point of this character. So
Yeah, you got it in the first round.
Oh, was this the
but
first time?
You caught me at an undeveloped stage.
we'll see what happens at the end of this gen. But for now, let's kick it back to the main program. And we're back to talk about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a battle.
Wow, what twists and turns that you just heard, especially for me, and I'm morbidly depressed.
Wow, Joshua, you finally ate shit, huh?
I didn't feel confident in my team. As I said, like, I think this was a mistake to do the conversion before the move deleter, but turning Vigoroth into an actual team member when half of his moves are bad HMs, Rock Smash,
Oh, yeah.
and Cut
Yeah.
was probably a mistake. I think not breeding a Lombre to have a water move was a mistake.
Josh, do you know that if you want to get a Lombre to have a water move, you have to make it fuck a Wingull?
Don't say it like that.
Pico?
Yeah, you could definitely use Pico.
I wouldn't use Pico.
Will Mr. Briny loan Pico?
I don't think Mr. Briny would let you.
Once they've bred and they've done their thing and given you your Lombre with the water move, they just send them right to the butcher.
Oh, God.
Mine are still in there. Who knows what they're up to?
Oh my God.
So yeah, we all battled. Mike, you were the supreme champion of all Pokemon podcasts.
Sounds about right.
Well done.
You defeated me. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I feel as if it's almost deserved.
Speech.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew ever since the very beginning where my coughing swept through an entire team, not having known that I had set it as level 100
Mayor Cheat.
on Pokemon Showdown.
Mike is also the Mayor Cheat.
Yeah,
Mayor
Mike is
Cheat. I just want-
Where did he get those citrus berries? Who knows?
I don't know where those came from either. You can get citrus berries before then.
TBD.
The bug catchers will find it.
Nobody else has citrus berries.
I mean, I should point out, this was singles battles.
Yes.
So you've got an edge over Kevin immediately there, right?
Correct. I do play with one on the field almost exclusively.
So I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying, like, your victory was hard won.
Well, I appreciate that.
You did beat a lot of Pokemon, and you are the Pokemon battling champion, supreme.
You click buttons real good.
Kevin never says these words to me. This is amazing.
All right, gentlemen, it was a pleasure battling you.
It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure being battled.
Next time, I think I'm going to do better. I think I've been incentivized to really double down.
Can I make a small suggestion? Just stick it out without Vigoroth. I know you're super tempted to get rid of him, but
I think slacking is on my tier list, Josh. Maybe potentially even S tier.
Really? You think I should do it? Mm-hmm. I hate the look of slacking, though. I kind of like Vigoroth. I think Vigoroth is kind of fun.
You will see pretty soon how strong slacking can be.
All right.
Does slacking continue to have truancy, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still good?
But it gets base 160 attack.
And let me ask you something. Is Hyper Beam still a physical attack?
That is a good question.
In Gen 1 and Gen 2 it was, because every normal move was a physical.
It seems like it would be special. It's called a beam.
So they did start converting them in this gen.
Oh, I got it.
Like, I think Shadow Ball is now special, and it used to be physical.
Kevin's figured it out.
Hyper Beam and Shadow Ball are both physical attacks in Gen 3.
Okay.
Oh,
wow.
All right. So, second part to that.
Wow, that changes things. Okay.
Also in Gen 3, yes, slacking does get truant, but this is the last gen that this happens, I believe. Hyper Beam happens, or the cooldown happens on the same turn that truant happens.
Right.
So on the turn that you can't do anything, you're also recharging from Hyper Beam.
That's exactly what I was hoping for, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm worried. I did handily defeat you, Joshua, in this battle, but when we battle again at the end of this game, and I hope, Mike and Kevin, you keep playing and are able to battle us again when this game is done.
Sure.
We will see whether or not your slacking can defeat Minimax's S-tier Pokemon.
Give it a choice band. That's all I have to say.
I think I needed to get defeated to get a little fire in my gullet.
It's motivating.
That said, I've never heard you sound like more of a rival.
Yeah. One of these new rivals who's just like, we support one another.
No, I want to crush you like the spinnerack you are, Tanner.
Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. Thank you for joining me, Joshua.
Thanks for joining us.
Mike, Kevin, where can people find you guys on the internet?
Oh, people can find us wherever you find your podcasts at Pokésports, a competitive Pokemon podcast. You can follow our socials in all of the places that you find Pokésports as well.
That's a good name for it. Show socials.
Socials. Oh, yeah, that's good. Socials.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so look us up. We're there.
Their show is really great.
And you have any upcoming episodes you're especially excited about you want to plug?
For all of those listening on current day who are still playing the recent gen Pokemon games, a new expansion has come out called the Isle of Armor for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and we are talking all about that. We're playing all of that on our YouTube channel, and I hope it's a fun time.
It's a lot of old Pokemon coming back, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
My name, as always, has been Tangoose, a.k.a. Tanner Greenring. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Vigorosh, a.k.a. Josh Fjellstead. And special thank you to Mike Yena and Blazekev, a.k.a. Mike and Kevin of Pokésports.
Thanks for having us. It was fun.
Thank you.
We will see you next week, bug catchers. For the next leg, we are going to go battle Daddy. Finally.
No.
About to have some daddy issues.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Smell you later.